And big breaking news coming in from Maharashtra, ladies and gentlemen, where Ajit Pawar of the NCP is at Raj Bhavan right now. Sources indicate he may take oath. There could be a swearing in around 4 p.m. Now, 5 to 6 MLAs are with Ajit Pawar at Raj Bhavan. Sources say this is a mega split in the Nationalist Congress Party, the NCP. That's the piece of breaking news that's coming in, where we're seeing a massive shake-up in Maharashtra, ladies and gentlemen, where Ajit Pawar, the leader of the opposition, is currently in Raj Bhavan. 5 to 6 MLAs are with him. What we are learning is that at 4 p.m. there could be a swearing in. Sources indicate a mega split has occurred inside the Nationalist Congress Party, Sharad Pawar's party, where his nephew Ajit Pawar is currently at Raj Bhavan with 5 to 6 NCP MLAs. That's the big piece of breaking news that's coming in. The buzz was there, ladies and gentlemen, for the longest amount of time over what would be Ajit Pawar's next move. And now what we are seeing over here is that Ajit Pawar is at Raj Bhavan. 5 to 6 MLAs are with him of the NCP, and there could be a swearing in at 4 p.m. today. That is the big piece of breaking news, a massive buzz in Maharashtra politics, ladies and gentlemen. I'm joined by my colleague Vinaya Deshpande, who is getting us all the twists and turns when it comes to the dynamics in Maharashtra politics. Vinaya, over to you.
Well, this is a massive news that is coming in from Maharashtra at this point in time. We have learned that Ajit Pawar is already in Raj Bhavan and that the swearing-in ceremony is likely to take place by 4 p.m. today. At least 5 to 6 MLAs are likely to go with him. As of now, the details are quite sketchy. We are hearing names of Chhagan Bhujbal, Aditi Tatkare, and a few others, which is still in the process. How this is going to fit in with respect to defection is something that remains to be seen. But as of now, this is the big breaking news that Ajit Pawar is at Raj Bhavan and that possibly a major portfolio, finance, is likely to be given to him, and that, in the cabinet expansion talk that had been happening in Maharashtra for the last few days, this seems to be a major twist to that entire plot. We know that Ajit Pawar had already set stage for this when he spoke at the public function of the NCP last time, speaking that the responsibility of the state be given to him. Thereafter, there has been no action by the NCP. Just today, there was a buzz that Sharad Pawar had called meeting of all the senior leaders of the NCP on the 6th of July, but we had seen that a lot of activities had been happening within the state, underground, within the NCP for the last 2 to 3 days. Ajit Pawar had himself gone incommunicado for 2 days. Today morning, we have seen that meeting after meeting did take place at his official residence at Devgiri. And now this is final after several rounds of speculations on whether Ajit Pawar will jump the ship or not. And after that buzz going around in the state politics of Maharashtra for quite some time now, this is what it has come down to. Yes, Ajit Pawar is at Raj Bhavan right now. Some MLAs likely to defect with him, swearing in today itself in some time from now. Back to you.
Right, and at the same time, Vinaya, we've been seeing rumblings within the NCP camp for the longest time. We've seen Ajit Pawar kind of ruffle the feathers within the NCP camp and as well as within the Aghadi camp as well when it comes to the Congress and the Uddhav Thackeray faction, his allies in the MVA. Do you think Supriya Sule and Sharad Pawar, seeing all those signs, saw this coming, or do you think this has been a blitz by Ajit Pawar who has caught the top brass of the NCP off guard?
Well, we were seeing the activities in the last 2 days. In fact, Ayushman, for the last 2 days, there was a very strong buzz considering that Ajit Pawar had completely gone incommunicado and that there was absolutely no word. And today, suddenly, we saw how Supriya Sule, Praful Patel were at his bungalow. In some sense, a lot of talks about this seem to have happened. On the other hand, Anil Deshmukh, who was the former Home Minister of Maharashtra, was also in Pune in order to meet Sharad Pawar and have a word with him. Ostensibly, we have been hearing about the rumblings from within the NCP where a group of the NCP leaders had been trying to convince Sharad Pawar that there was it was important for this defection to happen and for them to join the government. But clearly there is a larger plan here with respect to the 2024 elections, and that is that before the 2024 elections, neither the Shiv Sena nor the NCP should remain an entire complete party. They should be broken down into pieces and factions. And what we are seeing right now is a part of the larger game plan, is what top sources within politics of Maharashtra tell us. But clearly, this is a massive jolt. Right now, after several activities at Ajit Pawar's residence, at the CM's residence, the deputy CM's residence, where a meeting was also called. Finally, we are seeing that, this was anticipated in the coming few days, and we were hoping that by maybe Wednesday or so, we will see this happen. But this has really happened in a quick succession. We were tracking all the details and all the movements from within this. And as the meeting was called today, till an hour and a half ago, it seemed like the decision will come in a few days in the coming week. But the decision has finally taken place. Sources from within, top sources from within the political parties, all the three political parties were confirming to us since early morning today that there is a strong buzz that Ajit Pawar may jump the ship. Finally, that has happened. Ajit Pawar is at Raj Bhavan. How this will turn out into the party politics, how the anti-defection will apply, not apply, is something that we are yet to get clarity on at an extremely preliminary stage at present. But yes, this is a massive development in the politics of Maharashtra. Back to you.
Absolutely. And we're also learning that Sharad Pawar is now leaving for Mumbai. I'm also joined by Payal Mehta on the broadcast. Payal, first there was the coup in the Shiv Sena, which divided it into the Shinde faction and the Uddhav faction, with the Shinde faction joining the BJP to form the government. How do you see this development coming in the NCP camp in the run-up to 2024?
Well, of course, you would have seen that Sharad Pawar was one of those prominent leaders in the NCP fold when it came to the opposition unity. Both he and Supriya Sule were very much part of that meeting. Now, just before that, you saw what really happened, like Vinay was explaining in detail about the entire drama that panned out in the NCP, where Sharad Pawar first decided to step down as the president, and then was wooed by everybody else to say that, do not step down. So that drama was there for everybody to see, right in the presence of Mr. Ajit Pawar himself as well. And after which, Supriya Sule and Praful Patel were announced as working presidents of the party. But yet another attempt being made, and like Vinay has been pointing out, possibly it suits the establishment there in Maharashtra, which is of course BJP, to actually break down these parties, into smaller factions. We've seen what they've done to the Uddhav faction as well, as we've seen that Shinde and his camp have now moved out into the BJP fold. And this is not the first attempt. Ayushman, in the past also you've seen that, a couple of years ago, right after the Maharashtra election, we saw this really pan out, and we saw that Devendra Fadnavis and Ajit Pawar did come together, but that government did not last for a very, very long time. It possibly just lasted for a couple of days, after which both Devendra Fadnavis and Ajit Pawar had to resign, and Ajit Pawar had to go back to the NCP fold yet again, and that time he was wooed very extensively from Supriya Sule's family. So that is where it really stands. It's going to be important to see, because the BJP core group has also called for a meeting as well on this particular issue. Of course, the patriarch of the party, Mr. Sharad Pawar, who was in Pune, is also headed back all the way to Mumbai. So it's very interesting developments that pan out. But the question that people will ask is that one of the reasons that Eknath Shinde and his camp moved out is because they felt that Uddhav Thackeray was being controlled by the NCP Congress faction, and they did not agree with the NCP Congress faction politics. Will Eknath Shinde now still agree to be with the NCP faction? That's the question that many of his supporters will now ask.
Right. So that complication is also there within the ruling coalition inside Maharashtra as well, whether Eknath Shinde can associate themselves with the Ajit Pawar faction. But of course, power at the end of the day overrules everything when it comes to political ideologies as well, Payal.